Good morning. 1 Samuel 7 concludes with a brief overview of Samuel's ministry as God's last judge and his first prophet. Samuel's faithfulness is reflected in the words, verse 15, Samuel judged Israel all the days of his life. Just as his mother had promised to God when she made her request for a son, she would give him to the Lord to serve the Lord all the days of his life. And he did. There is something to be said about a person's faithfulness to God, isn't there? Proverbs 20:6. Most men will proclaim everyone his own kindness, but a faithful man who can find? Are you a faithful man? A faithful woman? Faithful to God? Faithful to your covenant vows? Faithful to your calling as a Christ follower, devoted to serving him and his kingdom? I hope so. I pray so. And for every way that you do, I commend you and thank you for that testimony of faith. Now, what empowers our faithfulness is the presence of God, the Holy Spirit in us. If you recall, one of the fruit of his Spirit that produces his character in us is faithfulness. The Holy Spirit reminds us and empowers us to remain faithful to God. Today, yield to the Holy Spirit and let him continue to make you faithful. What inspires our faithfulness is God's faithfulness. The fact that he is such a trustworthy, reliable, honest, true to his word God, and his great faithfulness to us inspires our great faithfulness to him. Samuel was a faithful man all the days of his life. I pray that you and I would be faithful to the Lord all the days of our lives. In the parable of the talents, it's made very clear. 3 were entrusted with the treasures of their master. And when they appear before him to give an account of their stewardship, the 2 who were faithful, this is what he says. Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. Today, enter into the joy of your master. So, would you affirm your devotion to the Lord and being faithful to him with each treasure he has entrusted to your care? Faithfulness pleases and glorifies God. So let's begin this morning by rehearsing and praising God for his faithfulness to us. It is great. He is great.
Great is thy faithfulness, O God, my Father. There is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changest not, thy compassions, they fail not.
consumed, for his compassions never fail.
I have no merit to or delight thee. I have no wisdom or powers to employ. Yet in thy mercy how pleasing thou find'st me. This is thy pleasure, that thou art my joy. Oh, you are. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me.
Let me read this again. Lamentations 3 says, "Yet this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness."